I think it's the first B2B Talks event that we're going to be kicked out of the bar because of the fact that there are so many questions and there are so many points here that should be raised. It just seems like account-based marketing won't be a single meetup. So hopefully you will find better beer to drink next time. Before, though, we close this panel, there are 2 points that I want to raise. Point number 1, account-based marketing is a marketing interest, even more than a sales interest. And the reason is, we have here Nancy from Gartner. Gartner did a very wide and in-depth research on budget trends for marketers in large companies usually. And what they've seen is that marketers that are able to show direct link between marketing activities to P&L has on average 20% larger marketing budget as a percentage of revenue compared to ones that are not. Now, the cool thing about account-based marketing is that it's so easy to make the connection, right? And marketers can show, hey, you gave me this amount of money, but at the end of the day, as Dana said, this amount of pipeline, okay? Before we close the panel, 2 tips from each and every one of you. For marketers, they're working in a company, they came back from this session and said, okay, account-based marketing, the best things ever. I want to push it in my organization. I want to be a account-based marketing evangelist in my company. What should they do next?
I would say 2 things. First is to create this list of target accounts based on your go-to-market strategy. But every rep, every sales guy should know what accounts they're going after. And you as marketeers should know what accounts the sales team is going after. This is 1. And 2, do whatever it takes to build this trust. I mean, whether to a pilot, join them, talk to them, I don't know, do whatever it takes to build this trust because this alignment, this trust is key.
On the very tactical level, I would highly recommend build your content calendar ahead of time. So you know, let's say, at least on a quarterly basis, what's going to go out. The blogs, the white papers, the data sheets, the website updates, everything, prepare it ahead of time. It's a huge effort. It's a team effort. And if you don't have it planned, it's a key pillar to the success of the program. This is 1. The second, before you start. It's a quarter. It's a quarterly plan. We have it as a 6-month plan of content. Listen, a plan is a basis for change, right? Base for alterations, but you need to have it aligned and in place. We can talk about it offline for some of the reasons for that. So this is 1. Make a content calendar. The second one, this is based on my personal experience. Be patient and make your managers and executive level managers patient. It takes time. It takes time to nurture the accounts. It takes time to see that everything falls in place and works. It takes time for the accounts to start and engaging with you. And by the way, by the time we see the true ROI, the meetings, the new opportunities, it can take a year. So you need to be patient and you need to send a message to the organization. This is not demand generation. We're not throwing out a webinar and getting 20 leads. This is something that is long-term and the results will come, but you have to convey the message of be patient to the organization.
So I'll share 2 small tips with regards to setting up the target account list because that's a very important stage. Obviously, after you get the target account lists and if you approve them with sales and with the executive team, then you all have a goal and then it's easier to move forward. So 1 is do not try to have a list of all relevant accounts because then it becomes a never-ending process. You would not believe, I've seen organizations and it takes them months to decide who the target accounts are, and it even starts including like political issues between that sales leader and that sales leader. So go small, right? And define from the get-go, we're looking for 3 groups of 100 or 50 accounts, right? And secondly, when you do come to the table with the salespeople to discuss accounts, don't come empty-handed. Don't come to them and say, hey, so what do you think? Do some homework. It's fine for them to then correct you and tell you that this one is not good. Go over the CRM, look at your previous wins, do some basic homework. I mean, I'm sure you have some vague idea of who your target accounts should be, but come, if we're saying let's go after 3 named account lists, so come with 3 named account lists of 20 accounts and have a discussion on them and add and take out and obviously make them choose the accounts, but come with something. So those 2 small tips.
Okay, so we have to wrap it up. Thank you very much for the speakers, and thank you very much for all the people that attended, and for the bar team, and for my awesome team. I'm here just to ask questions, okay? So, C, Farah, Adi, Tzachi, Jen, Benny, the other guys is actually doing all the work. I just bought this shirt today, and that was my contribution to the event. Thank you very much, everyone.